So I got a very special video set up today, and it was supposed to be a calorie burn challenge, but as you will shortly see, that didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And for reasons out of my control, as you can tell, like you kind of need a way to track how many calories you're gonna burn for a calorie burn challenge to work. So what ended up happening was I started the challenge, and about 15 minutes in, I noticed that my heart rate wasn't being tracked, or it was tracking it super low, and I could tell my heart rate wasn't at 80 beats per minute. It was at least at 130. Like 130 is like a jog for me, and I was drenched. So you'll notice that I just kind of like was a little taken back by that. So at around 15 minutes of trying the max calorie burn challenge, which is basically like give myself 30 minutes to do a series of exercises, see what's the maximum amount of calories I can burn in 30 minutes. That didn't turn out, so I made a last minute switch. Luckily, I had another idea in my pocket, and that was the 30 minutes max pull-ups and push-ups. Now the rules for that one is I get 30 minutes, and I have to do max push-ups and max pull-ups. Rules were that I have to keep the number of push-ups and pull-ups the same in every set. And basically that means, for example, if I start by doing 5 pull-ups, I have to do 5 push-ups and no more than that. I did that for myself just because it's a little easier to keep track that way, and also because I know if I was just giving the choice to just do as many as I can of both of them, I would just end up doing way more push-ups than pull-ups. So just to make it a push-up pull-up challenge, make them both work together, I have to keep them at the same level. So for the same number of pull-ups I have to do, I have to do the same number of push-ups. So as you'll see shortly, like watch the whole thing, it's really funny, I swear, because I included everything. So you'll see my first attempt that I tried to do the max calorie challenge and how that didn't turn out. So in the next clip after that, you'll get to see how the push-up and pull-up challenge went, and it went okay, but I'll let you guys watch and decide for yourself. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by using my watch. I'm going to open activity. When I start, I'm going to open it, and then at the 30-minute mark, I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to show you guys how many calories I burned. Let's go. I was checking my watch and the calories weren't going up as high as I thought. And look, let me see if I can show you guys. See, it says 16. It's not checking my heart rate. So I'm gonna stop it there, and I'm gonna try again doing something else. So just hold on for a sec. all done. Just finished up 30 minutes. Some of the, we can see there's my print. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was tougher than I thought. Didn't hurt, it was just, I started off too fast and got too ambitious. And with the whole thing that happened in the first challenge earlier, I was a little bit gassed out, but I mainly blame it on how fast of a start I had at the beginning. So that was my first mistake. But anyways, I'll recap the rest of this in just a second. Okay, so after watching the video, hopefully you guys got a good laugh out of that. My misfortune. So yeah, sadly I didn't get to do the first challenge as I wanted, but I was able to do the other challenge, and it was grueling nonetheless because I had to do it back to back. Like, did cross my mind to kind of like cancel and maybe do it later on in the day or some other day, but I was like, you know what, like I told them I would do a video, shoot a video this morning, and I'll do a video this morning, whatever it takes. So I pushed through that, and there were a few mistakes that I wanted to point out. But first off, let's round out the results. So if you guys didn't count, no problem, I counted for y'all. And the results were, I had a pace of 5 pull-ups and push-ups every set in the first few minutes. And I did a total of 13 sets like that. So I did 65 sets of 65 reps. So, and then after that, I switched over to doing 3 reps per set of pull-ups and push-ups at the same time. So I did 26 of that. I'll explain that in what that means in 1 second. So I did 65, 78, add that 143, multiply it by 2 because push-ups and pull-ups. Like I said, one of the rules was I had to do the same number of push-ups and pull-ups. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. So in total, I was able to get 286 reps of push-ups and pull-ups. And yeah, so it's not the number I was shooting more for 300, honestly. I got a little ambitious, having never tried something like this before, but 286 might be okay. I don't know. I mean, if you guys watch this video and you like it, I really urge you guys to try it out and let me know how you do. See what your number is. That way I kind of more or less know if I did good or bad, because this is the first time I've tried something like this. I do want to try it later on to see how I compare to this score. Maybe like a month from now or 2 weeks from now, go back and compare and see how much better I can get in those times. So yeah, that's how I did in 30 minutes. Now, let me point out a couple of mistakes. Mistake number 1, starting too fast. So I gassed out too quickly, and that's why I had to change from doing 5 reps per set to 3, because I wanted to just go all in. I was like, okay, this is a max pull-up, push-up. I need to go all in, get as many as I can with that whole like still bodybuilder, like max effort mentality. But no, you have to pace yourself a lot. So that actually ties into rule number 2, but before I get into that, Mr. G. Starting too fast. Do not start too fast. You want to kind of establish a pace. Beforehand, kind of, if you've never done something like this, I think you should really lowball it first. And I don't mean super low, like 1 per set, but maybe closer to 2 or 3, and then work from there. So don't start too fast, establish a pace. And number 3, this wasn't really like a mistake, but just make sure you're using something sturdy. So I would call that have trust. How would you say it? Like, I guess just sturdy equipment. Yeah, because I don't know if you guys probably won't be able to see that by watching the video because it's kind of fast forward, but I did have some issues with the pull-up bar, the way I set it up. It kind of gets the job done if you're doing a few pull-ups, but the way I was using it, like I really had to work it to find the best position because it would move around. It wasn't like set in place like a actual sturdy pull-up bar. So if you're gonna use a pull-up bar, just make sure it's not, I wouldn't recommend doing one of those that you hang from the door. Don't do something like what I did. I know I did it, but I wouldn't recommend someone. I just did it because I literally had nothing around. So if you're gonna attempt it with something like that, just make sure your equipment's good, then it doesn't fail on you. It's the last thing you want is an accident, because you're doing so many pull-ups and you're not gonna be able to like keep track of things like form most of the time, so you won't notice if the thing is sturdy or not. So just make sure your equipment's good beforehand. But yeah, those are the things that I could have done better, that I wish I would have gone back and changed. So hopefully, knowing these things that I do now, I'll be able to pick this number up. The goal is for this number to go up in the next coming weeks, because I'll be doing a lot of push-ups and pull-ups like you guys as well from home. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading videos like this much more regularly, hopefully. So please stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next one.